Hey guys, today I'm filming my third and final Sephora VIB sale try-on video, and this has been a long time coming. I cannot believe it's been a month since the sale already. I've been going through it and I've really wanted to film and it just hasn't happened for me, so I'm excited I'm able to do this today. Hope you guys are still interested. I will have my original haul video and the other two try-ons linked for you guys. And I purchased a lot of palettes, lip products, and foundations during this sale. And I have those today, but I wanted to add in a few other products as well. So I do have two items that I did not get during the sale, but they're from Sephora and I have not tried them yet. So we're just gonna try them out together. Let me just jump into it and show you the things that we will be trying out today. First would be 3 products from Caliray, and they only have 4 things in their collection. These 3 and a pencil liner. Not really interested in the pencil liner, doesn't really have any interesting shades. So first we have the Free Dreaming Skin Wellness Diffusing Tint. I got the lightest shade, which is called the 2 Very Light Dream. So we'll see about this. I got this as a free sample coupon code a few months ago when I got the Bridgerton 1 collection for Valentine's Day. So this is the Caliray Come Hell or High Water. This is a tubing mascara. And then I also got one of their Glazed and Infused Plumping Glassy Lip Trips. And I was going back and forth between, maybe it's called A Likely Story, and this color. And luckily they were in store, so I was able to swatch them, and I decided to go with the more nude color, which is Taco Tuesday. And then for my eyeshadow palette, that would be Melt Cosmetics Gemini 2. I have never tried any Melt eyeshadows before, so I'm very excited about it. I've heard so many mixed opinions on Melt palettes in general, but so far I've heard that this is a really good palette, just that it's very rich and that, you know, people are bummed that there were only 2 shimmer shades and they're on the darker end. I agree just by looking at the colors, but here's what it looks like. I'm so excited for this. They look so pretty, and like I said, so far I've heard really just good things about the performance of this palette. And then I know I love this formula, but I wanted to go ahead and try this on as well. It's the newer shade of the Tower28 Milky Lip Jellies. This is in Pistachio. This was like one of the products I knew I had to get during the sale. I went crazy, but I knew I was gonna get that. And this is something that I got for Christmas that I have not used yet. It's one of the Mcgrath Blushes. Now I have tried her formula before. I have tried the Holiday Trio, and I did get the Bridgerton Trio. I haven't tried it yet. It's my makeup basket for this month. But this is one of the single blushes, and it is in the color Nude Venus. Looks like this. So I thought that the tones of this would go really nicely with the eyeshadow palette. So those are the things that we'll be trying out today. So hopefully the video won't be too long. I will be adding in a few other products to just help me complete the look and get a better idea of the wear for me. So let's just go ahead and get started. I have already primed my skin with the Rare Beauty blurring primer, not the illuminating one. I really like the consistency of this, and of course I've done my brows, as you can see, and I did prime my eyes and I set with shadow, which is why they look so crazy. So starting with the skin tint, you guys know I'm a full coverage foundation girl, but I really want to get into skin tint, and I like the Rare Beauty one. Rare Beauty has more shades than this one does. I heard some people talk about this brand when they first came out and then not again since, and mixed opinions on this product, so we'll see how it works for me. So very watery. Got my Real Techniques sponge here. Oh, yeah, I didn't even really have to squeeze it. It just came out. So I dampened my sponge, but the water was kind of cold, so it makes my face feel a little chilly. Okay, the color looks like it's gonna work. I've been so surprised recently that the foundations, I feel like, ooh, have been looking a little light on me. But yeah, color looks good. So I'm just doing a little at a time, and definitely like you don't need to squeeze very hard. It just kind of jumps out. I never do my eyebrows first, so that's definitely a scary part here. I want to make sure I get that area covered. I don't want to wipe off my brows. So here's what one layer looks like all over. I don't even necessarily think I would say that it looks evened out. I feel like the Rare Beauty gives a little bit more coverage. I'll probably have to do like a side by side to see. Very interesting. So I'm gonna try to apply and squeeze out a little bit more. A second layer over here to see if it is buildable. And I'm also not gonna put on concealer. It is 10 o'clock at night. So I'm gonna take a shower after this. So here's 2 layers versus 1. Definitely feel like it looks buildable, which is good. And I'm telling you, not everything is. And I can see where skin tints might just get like dewier and dewier and seem like applying more product but not actually more coverage. That definitely happens with some products, but I mean, still light coverage, but I feel like it's a little bit more light instead of just sheer, which I could get down with. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do like half and half of this in Rare Beauty. And here's 2 layers all over. That is nice. It definitely evened out. Now I don't feel like it looks too light. I think the color works well. Part of me almost wants to say it's too dark, but I think it's because I tend to just go for foundation that's a little too light. So definitely pretty tacky. I expect that with a skin tint and most products in general. So I am going to set with my Dermablend translucent setting powder just so I can feel what my skin feels like afterwards, because that's how I would be wearing this product anyways. Here's what it looks like when I've powdered my face. It does not feel sticky, but it does not feel too dry. And I think it just looks like I have good skin right now. It doesn't look like I have foundation on, but it looks like I have like an even skin tone. So I think this looks very nice for a more natural look. So now we're gonna go in with blush. I'm not gonna do any bronzer or highlighter or anything, but I know a lot of people really love this color. And I know that this is pigmented, but I'm still gonna go in with my more dense blush brush. This is the Morphe E4. Again, I have the Nude Venus shade. I'm just gonna tap in the product, tap off the excess here. I'm gonna pick up a little more, because one thing is that I always feel like I like blush more when, oh, there you can really see it there. When I have a full face of makeup on, maybe I just needed to like break through a top layer. When I have a full face of makeup on, I tend to like the way my blush looks more. But yeah, that'll do it. Very intense. from the palette I've tried, I think Pat blushes are nice. I don't think they're insane. If she does more trios, I think I would like to purchase them that way. Unless she releases a new color that's super special, I don't really see myself buying any more individual blushes. I think they are good, but nothing super crazy. If you told me right now I get to keep Persona Georgia or this blush, I'd pick Persona Georgia. I just like the color and the formula more, but it's fine, okay? It's fine. So now we're going to zoom in for the eyes, and you can just guess we're gonna go with the more peachy tones for today, the lighter shades. So I know you guys have all seen this palette, but this is Melt Gemini 2 up close. These are the two shimmers. I definitely agree with everyone that I wish one of these shades here was replaced with a lighter shimmer. I feel like something this depth that was shimmery would be so pretty. This is definitely dark to be the lightest shimmer, so I would have loved that. But I have a lot of other shimmers that I could pull in with these mattes here to get a lighter look, but they have so many mattes. I think we could have just, you know, replaced one of these and that would have been perfect. Like this would have been a perfect color story. So I'm planning on doing Transition Crease Outer Corner, but depending on how light this shade is, I might end up doing Transition Crease Outer Corner with this one. So we'll see. So I'm gonna go with the lightest shade first, Bella, and the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH 32. And I'm so excited to finally have a Melt palette. Reviews have been it's so weird to me because reviews are so mixed, and yet people always buy the new Melt palette and they're like, oh, we'll see if this is the good one or not, which is crazy, right? I don't know why, but I feel like other brands, people wouldn't go through all that. Like they wouldn't take such like a 50-50 risk basically. But I guess maybe a lot of people that tend to buy them are people that review like all new products, but I don't know. What do you guys think? What has your experience been with Melt palettes? Which ones have you tried? So this is the lightest shade. It is showing up nice on me, which I appreciate. And if you have a darker skin tone, this would be a really nice blending shade. And I need to just add a little more. Take it up a little higher to help blend. I mean, there's nothing to blend yet, but you know, just to have this fade up to the brow a little softer. Also, I do not know what's going on with the front of my brow here. I also feel like when I put my brows on before base makeup looks crazy. Also land and scratch me. I have like a scab here that's been really hard to cover and it's very sore. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my lid shade, but I am going to use a cream base on my lid. I always do this, so I feel like I wouldn't be able to test a shadow fairly if I didn't do this. So this is a Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Nude Rose, which I think will match the shimmer nicely. It's going to be a little bit lighter than the shimmer, but it's okay. And it honestly barely matters the color, but yet I still have a million bases, so. All right, gorgeous. And I'm gonna take my trusty Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH41 brush, and I'm gonna go with the lightest shimmer, Schmood. And I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. Ooh. Oh my, look at that. Very intense. And you guys know I don't really go with super dark or intense eyes. I just don't feel like my blending skills are fantastic enough. So with how light the mattes are that I'm going to be using, this is going to look really intense. But that was very smooth. I'm trying to think of what would be like a nice complementary shimmer with the lighter mattes. Right now I'm thinking of Makeup Geek in the Spotlight, which is like a shimmery light peach color that I haven't used a whole ton, so I might try that. I think that would be very monochromatic, but I like that very much, so I'll definitely have to give that a try and see what I think. But I would love to hear from you what shimmers you think would go nicely with it, so I can try them out. So then I'm going to take the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH33 for my crease brush and the second lightest matte, Ladylike, which looks like a peachy tan, almost just like an apricot kind of color. And they definitely show up richer on the eyes than they look in the pan, which is nice. It's so often these type of shades I feel like only work on my skin tone, but these are so intense that they will work well on deeper skin tones too, which is amazing because who doesn't want to have a nice peachy moment? I'm impressed so far. I feel like these are applying and blending quite nicely for me. Again, this is not a tutorial, this is a first impression. I do not think I am skilled enough to be out here doing tutorials for you guys. And then I'm going to take the third matte Sweetheart and my MAC 286 Duo Fiber Tapered Blending Brush and apply this on my outer corner. That just blended so well. I'm so happy with this so far. So I'm gonna take this Sigma E40 from the Mr. Bunny collection and that lightest matte Bella, and I'm gonna go around the edges to just bring the look up and try to help it blend a little more, because I am not Jaclyn Hill, the queen of blending over here, that's for sure. So I feel like we've taken a little bit of the shimmer away from the lid shade. Still the base pigment, but not the intense shimmer. So I am going to take it on my finger. I feel like the camera is catching the reflect pretty well, but it's not the most intensely reflective shade to begin with. But I mean, that's a pretty big difference there between apply with the finger and then just with the brush. Which this is a step, oh, look how much darker it is too. This is a step I always do. I think it makes such a big difference, and this is also just the way I always apply my eyeshadow. So now taking a pointed powder brush to attempt to dust away the fallout. Now, that was not fallout, that was just the way that I placed my finger on my eye, but not to fret. I've got my trusty Wet n Wild Brulee eyeshadow, my ColourPop blending brush, and I'm gonna clean this up. I do want to do a little bit on my lower lash line, so I am going to line with Ladylike, blend out with Bella. So to line, I'm taking this Alamar flat definer brush and going on the outer 2/3. And I probably could have gone with actually line with Sweetheart and blend it out with Ladylike, but that's okay. And I'm blending out with Bella and the Morphe M508 brush, which is just a smudger. Okay, so there is the shadow all done. I'm not mad at it. I feel like the shimmer could be a little bit cleaner. I still have a little bit of a mess here, but that was totally my fault. But I'm very happy with the mattes, which is good because that's most of the palette. So now we're gonna go in with the mascara. This is the Caliray Come Hell or High Water. I've heard mixed things. I'm not crazy into tubing mascaras. I find them to be a little bit too natural looking. So this is the brush, standard skinny natural bristle brush. Let me take off that clump. Combing the backs of my lashes. I also understand that tubing mascaras are supposed to just come off with water, but I never am wearing mascara and nothing else. So I don't, you know, that doesn't matter to me. I'm fine with things coming off with a cleansing balm along with the rest of my makeup. I feel like I missed a little bit of where my shimmer shadows should be here. No mascara. Mascara. Eh. I feel like if I compare this to any other mascara, I'd feel like there's just nothing special about it. Like, it looks like I'm wearing a mascara. Maybe this would be nice combined with something else. Maybe it would help separate. But I don't like a natural looking mascara. I want to have length and volume, and this is just fine. I'm gonna fix my eyeshadow because it is just not cute to look at. Gonna take this Morphe M210. Oh my gosh. So much better to me. I don't know if that made a difference to you. So much better for me. So the eyes all done. Let me zoom out for the lip products. Okay, so now for the lips. So I've tried the Tower28 formula before. I just want to try on this shade with you guys. So I'm going to do this one first, then I'm going to wipe it off and put on the other gloss. So again, this is their new shade in the Milky gloss line, and it is in the color Pistachio, which looks like the most perfect light everyday pink. Yep, this looks perfect. I think this would be good for any season and great like in your purse gloss, but if I'm trying to pick a season for it, I think I would like this best in spring. Very pretty. Such a smooth formula. They're so affordable. I would love for them to continue to come out with more shades. Really nice. I like that. That, like I said, was the one thing I knew I was gonna buy during the sale. Okay. So now let's try this Caliray Glazed and Infused Plumping Glassy Lip Trip. So it's a plumping lip gloss. Comes in a squeeze tube. I got the shade Taco Tuesday, which is the most nude out of all of them. It's like a peachy nude, which you guys know I love. I don't love squeeze tubes, but it's small. It's like a tiny applicator. So easy to control. Just squeezing out a little at a time. Light. I'm trying to see what the scent is. Sweet, a little fruity, but I mean, you see how hard I'm trying to figure it out. Not very sticky, which is surprising for a plumping gloss. And I'm feeling like a slight sensation, but not intense so far. But here's the color of Taco Tuesday. I really like this shade. That's very pretty. And it's not like a super full coverage gloss or anything. I'd say this is like a light to medium coverage. But I'm very pleased that this is not sticky. Smooth, has a little bit of thickness to it, but it doesn't feel too heavy on the lips. The plumping is so subtle, I'm surprised they would even write that as a claim, but I know some people are really picky about plumping, so someone might be sensitive to it. I'll have to go back to see what State of Kate thought about this. But I know a Nicolette P on Instagram recently did a lip swatch with a couple different shades, but we'll see. I want to play with this more. Like I said, I do have another shade that I'm interested in, but I'm really happy with one that I chose. I think this will go well with so many different makeup looks, but those were the last of the products that I needed to try out, and I'm happy with my makeup. I don't feel like super excited, blown away. I like this skin tint more than I thought I would. I really think right now it looks like I don't have base makeup on, that I just have pretty perfected skin. I do think that even though I've powdered, my skin does still look very glowy, especially in the center of my face. I'm really interested to see how that wears though, and I'm not sure if it oxidized or not, but I feel like the color at least dried it down darker if it didn't oxidize, because it looks like a pretty good match, which I'm happy with. So then to talk about the other Caliray products, this tubing mascara, skip. It really didn't do anything. Caliray is not, I'll take that back. I was gonna say it's not super expensive. This was almost $40, but these aren't crazy expensive, but I'm just not into tubing mascaras. I prefer a more intense mascara. State of Kate has tried so many tubing mascaras, and I think the one she really likes is from L'Oreal. Definitely check out her channel to get the name of the specific one. I think you have to get the waterproof one for it to be the tubing mascara, but I tried the Merit tubing mascara. I didn't really like that either. It just too natural for me, but I'll use up the sample. I'll layer it with something, see what I think of it then, but I'm gonna say no on that. I'm still glad I got the sample. I figured like I wasn't gonna love it, but considering there are only 4 products in the line and I could get this as a freebie, I figured might as well. For the lip gloss, I think that this looks super pretty, comfortable formula, and I feel like whenever I see a squeeze tube, I just assume it's gonna be sticky. I feel like the packaging kind of like goes with the vibes of this brand, but yeah, seems nice. Nothing like super crazy. I definitely want to compare the shade to other things I have. Fine, I don't think you necessarily have to have it. And Tower28 lip jelly, absolutely love. Mcgrath blush, I think it looks pretty. I think it's fine. I know that Khaki is like obsessed with these and I don't really get it. So I'm gonna say you don't need it unless it's a blush palette. And the holiday palette I bought, I really liked the highlighter in it. Then for the Melt Gemini 2 palette, I am really impressed with this. I really like the mattes. The shimmer's just a little dark for me, and I think it makes my eyes look a little bit more hooded, which is definitely like due to my application, but I am really impressed with the formula of that, the blendability, buildability. That sounded really funny for some reason when I said it that way. Very good. So I am happy with these products. Not crazy blown away as of yet, but I will test out everything further and you will get my final thoughts in a monthly makeup roundup. If it's not this month, it will be next month. But I would love to hear what things you picked up and tried out during the Sephora VIB sale. I know that was ages ago at this point, but I got a lot of stuff. And the only thing I returned so far was the Artist Couture Supreme Mauves palette. I returned it unused just because I heard so many awful things, but everything else I still have. So you'll hear my thoughts on those things coming up soon. Hopefully. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Please let me know your favorite color combos using the Melt Gemini 2 palette. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.